What's good, YouTube? We back at it. It's your boy Q on the mission like a crack addict. And today's topic of the video, I want to get into how to dominate female energy. When I mean dominate female energy, I mean be able to match energy. You know what I'm saying? Um, Matching energy requires you to be in your frame as a male and hold your physical appearance. You want to look good, you know what I'm saying? I always got to work on the external, make sure your body is, just active and fit. That's the first step, you know what I'm saying? Once you get that done, once you be able to have self-confidence and you working on yourself, you looking you looking good, you know what I'm saying? Got your fit yourself presentable. Then you want to figure out how you can be the best version of yourself. So when you're the best version of yourself, what does a male have to you question yourself, what does a male have to um what does a male have to attributes? What do we bring to the table as a male? Now, many have different ideas about that. But I can only speak for myself. I realized in relationships as a male, and if especially in the beginning stage, you got to have a program. You have to have in your life, in your dating life, as I should say, or it could be a situationship, or it can be a friend, or you know what I'm saying. It could be anything, but this is primarily for dominating or matching energy with the female energy. You got to remember, females like to feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? They like to feel like you are not using them and also protecting. So when you are on, holding your seed, you're holding your masculine frame. You're able to teach her things, how to get a better body, how to get financially set. Helping her work, just like with little shit. You know what I'm saying? Anything, anything like, fixing a little part of her car, or buying her food, or taking her somewhere. These things helps you control the relationship. It's not necessarily being in control, because a lot of niggas think that they have to control the opposite, but it's you being able to control yourself. What does a pimp do? A pimp leads. You know what I'm saying? You got to be the leader, bro. And you got to think of it like, man, there's so much niggas out here that can't lead. They feeding off of her energy. They feeding off her body. They feeding off her just everything. Just even it could be material things. Niggas is starting to feed off of women's materials. And that's really feminine. You know what I'm saying? You gotta control your emotions at the same time. You gotta use your sense, your logical sense, because that's what us men are capable of doing when we hop on semen retention. So, as a masculine man, you gotta present yourself and have a presence. You know what I'm saying? Be authentically you. Control yourself. Being able to control your emotions and lead, and logically be somebody that can, give her advice, give your, it's just about exchange of energy. Females are they are emotional, you know what I'm saying? And at the same time, female, when they look at a dream man, they have a set list, you know what I'm saying? They have things that they wish, and you have to give her your program. You have to show that you are leading. You have the program. You showing her that you're capable of accomplishing things, and you know what I'm saying, that you're able to be a leader and not a follower, because many men are being followers. They're listening to their external world and they're not being internal beings, meaning that you're not. You have to literally just be capable of leading. You know what I'm saying? And what does leadership have number one proponent of? Being able to be by yourself, not be around crowds, you know what I'm saying? Be able to be capable of gaining material aspects, being capable of having the desires and following your instinct to get those desires. And of course you will want a woman to tag along on the way, but that doesn't mean you fiend for her like a drug. You have to give her space. Woman doesn't like a male that chases her. Y'all think it's like that, but it's not. It has to be both ways, you feel me? Sometimes she takes you, sometimes you text her. Sometimes y'all go out on dates, you pay for most of the dates, but then you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you could pay for her dates. Sometimes you gotta, be like, babe, I need a little break right now, you feel me? I got time. I need my time right now. I need to work. I need to get stuff so that we could get in order. You know what I'm saying? But you always got to put yourself first, because what niggas don't know is while being on semen retention, you always are already putting yourself first. You know what I'm saying? You're holding on to your essence, your godlike aura, your energy. And with that comes with masculine energy. And she's going to be attracted to that, and you're going to be attracted to her, keep being her best version. And this is an exchange of energy. You are balancing out the feminine and the masculine. She could teach you some things about your emotions, because us men, we have emotions, but we're not emotional creatures, you know what I'm saying? So some things we may not see in ourselves that we may need help, She could teach you about love, how to be vulnerable in certain situations, how to control and be nurturing, you know what I'm saying? Catering, and love is the number one vibration in the world, you know what I'm saying? Love is something that is it's not about intimacy, it's not about sexual intimacy, it's about being able to pretty much find find God within her, because she sees God within you. So you gotta know, like, this is God I'm talking to. This is a reflection of me. That's what you really need to be looking for, a reflection of you. And if that aura, if that vibration is off the chart, which it's not gonna be perfect, you feel me? But deep down, everybody knows deep down if they're gonna stay with their partner forever. And when you have that experience of learning and just evolving as a being, you wouldn't want to hurt that person. You feel me? You got to give it to her straight up. You got to tell her your motives. You got to tell yourself and be real with yourself so you can be real with others. Right now, me personally, I know I'm not where I need to be in life, and I'm fine with where I'm at in life right now. But is she gonna be patient enough? And that's a key indicator too. You don't want a girl that's just gonna just be around you for what you have, because I had situations like that, and it's not real love. But I also had situations where I would use that person, and it's not a good feeling. So both sides of the coin can get flipped, you feel me? There was times where I was around a girl for what they had, materials and stuff like that. That's why I speak from experience. Exchange of love is you matching energy, you being able to really just be connected, have a connection, enjoy each other's aura, you know what I'm saying? The aura, just look in her eyes, you have exchange of conversation about good things that's coming, just happiness, that's abundance that's coming your way. Y'all working together, y'all working on ideas, creativity, learning about each other that you probably seen in her and she seen in you. And it's not about the physical, because once physical intimacy happens, it's not the same, bro. And I realized that every time I got in situations, even a kiss, bro, just anything like that is just weird. You know what I'm saying? It takes months and months It's just a friendship. It's always good to have a friendship. Treat her like a buddy before y'all get into a long term or just any short term day of y'all doing whatever. And don't get jealous, bruh. When I was in a relationship, I would get jealous, and I would realize, yo, why am I being insecure? Because deep down, I know if that I could easily look for another partner also, and I'm not worried. If I'm not worried about the physical intimacy, what is my reasoning of, what is my motives? So you start to question yourself, and you start to realize deeper insecurities that you have within yourself, and also you learn that these are opposites. You know what I'm saying? You are meant to still be on your singular path of spirituality. You are meant to have your own space. Don't get too attached at the same time. But being attached is cool. It's cool, but as long as that energy is matched, don't be. It's kind of like, would you like somebody trying to finesse your heart? Would you want to use that person for what they have? Or do you want to create trauma, create arguments, create unnecessary stress in your life? No. So you hold conversations about things that you know that you deep inside that you want to express. And when you express these things, you create love. You create love by expressing yourself in your most comfortable harmonizing way. You know what I'm saying? And you make a promise to that person. You exchange information, you give advice. The promise is that you will love, but you won't fall in love, because when you fall in love, you fall from your track, and your track may not be that propulsion. For some people it may be. My motives used to be like that, like, man, I want to fall in love with whatever, and this girl might be the one for me, and this and that. And then you start to chase her, and you not chase your purpose. And then when you lose her, you feel like shit because your purpose wasn't fulfilled. You were worried about her more than yourself. So you got to remember, it's an exchange of dominance, and hold your frame and be on semen retention, not looking at the physical, because the girl is looking at you as a leader, and you are looking at her as somebody that can be on your side. But it's not really how it's supposed to be, depending on who you are as a person and what you are interested in. For me personally, I like a girl that's inner feminine, can be loving, give me that aura that I never felt before. Enjoy each other's time, catch up on things that y'all have done without each other, and pretty much follow your purpose, bro. Helping you, guide you on the way, maybe come up with some ideas. Maybe y'all both like to work out. She could teach you some workouts, and you teach her some workouts, how to gain muscle, teach you, or it could be like, y'all go on a date. I don't get the point of dates, but dates seem like, it's like, bro, do you go on dates with just a friend? Why are we going on dates off the rip? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could go and watch a movie or eat, but what is the point? We're just spending money. We could just go eat. We could go sit in nature and sit. You don't need to conversate about everything. We could just enjoy each other's time, enjoy each other's our auras, connecting. It's not always about talking. That's another thing. A lot of niggas want to talk. She want to get to know you. You want to get to know her. Then y'all know each other's life, and then we all judge each other. It's not about that. It's about you being vulnerable around this woman. You being vulnerable around the woman. She could be vulnerable around you. Y'all can connect on a certain level that, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it won't last. I don't think no relationships is meant to last long. I don't think that I can find the person for me forever. Cause I love I love just being by myself. I figured that, and that's just my spiritual path. You know, just being by myself. I don't see myself having children. I see myself traveling the world. You know, holding my peace. You know, evolving, creating a business, and two is better than one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I feel like evolution is it can be exchanged with the next person, but once you connect and you become too close and you become jealous and you start to take things too serious, that's when things start to, you know, make the wrong turn. And when you make the wrong turn, you start to have stress, you start to have problems, you know. Yeah, that girl may be on your mind. You may have arguments with her. You may be trying to check up on her all the time. You may be trying to just stay in her face all day. And once you lose her, that's a heartbroken moment. You don't want to be heartbroken. You don't want to be too like, I don't know how to explain it. But if y'all new to the channel, man, I'm out. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, bro. This is a video I wouldn't have thought of making, you know what I'm saying? Going deep within myself and actually conversating with y'all about how I feel about relationships. But as long as you want semen retention, as long as you're not craving for physical intimacy, as long as you're enjoying each other's life force within yourselves, and she's knowledgeable about the same topics are not, you know, knowledgeable about the same things you knowledgeable about, and you learn from her, and you could teach her, and she could teach you, then that's an exchange of energy, and you're not losing, and she's not gaining from you. Y'all are exchanging. So it's not about dominance. It's not about none of that. It's about just being able to exchange energy. And me personally, I don't have friends, but if I have soul friends, and if that makes sense, like just we connect our soulfully, nothing out of the ordinary. Spiritually, we are connected. That's what I like. I like people on my time, on my frequency. So if you're on this channel, man, leave a like, subscribe, comment. I'm out. If you want a mission, gang. I'm finna get in my workout. No kids. Peace.